Hey guys, my name's David. Welcome to the Racing Seat.
I'm Rez, and today on the Racing Seat we're going to be servicing David's MX-5.
Alright, so today we're going to be changing the coolant, oil, an oil filter, checking the spark plugs, and then we're going to be changing a rocker cover gasket.
Cool, let's go do it.
Let's go. Alright, so this is the stuff you're going to be needing today, guys. We'll start off with the oil and oil filter, and then you're going to need a coolant bottle, some rocker cover gasket, jack stands and a jack to lift up the car, oil filter tool, if you don't have one that's okay, a set of spanners, sockets, and then a pan to catch all the fluids. Alright, so first you'll need to take off any coverings that are on the bottom of the engine, so that way you have better access to it. That way it also makes it easier to drain the fluid without it actually hitting the coverings and going everywhere. So yeah, we'll do that first. Okay, and that's that out.
Alright guys, next thing you need to remove is stock oil filter so you can drain all the oil and replace it. Alright guys, so now get a drip pan and put it underneath where you're draining your oil. Find the nut that drains the oil and undo it and empty it all into the pan. Let the loosey out and tidy. Yes, nailed it.
Alright, so now we're going to put on the new filter. So this one is matched to the engine. You can look it up at either your local automotive shop or online. Just pick the right one for your car. This is basically what it'll look like. It'll look similar to the one you took off. And from here, you just remove whatever plastic sheeting is on it. If you can. And a good tip is to get some just standard clean oil, and you put a little bit on the bung, on the rubber gasket right there. Fully enough.
Now put the new filter back on your car. Alright guys, now put the drain plug back into your sump, and then we're going to fill up the sump with fresh oil. Alright guys, now we've got to fill up the car with fresh oil. This is just some Valvoline 15 weight 40. Yeah, so we've got a bowl of that. So we've got a special bottle which is older than myself. It's 1 litre bottle with a funnel built in. And yeah, we're gonna fill up the proper oil spot which is on the top of the engine. There we go. Now don't fill up whatever bottle over the top of your engine because you're going to spill it everywhere. So do it somewhere else. Alright guys, so we got the first litre of oil. I'm just gonna pop it in, wait for it all to drain in, then put another 2 litres of oil in to make 3, and then we'll run the car through and check the dipstick. Alright guys, now we're going to run the oil through the car, the fresh oil. So we need it on level ground. So we're going to take it off the jack stands and put it back on its wheels so we can run it through and make sure the level is correct, because if you have it jacked up, when you check the level, the oil is going to sink to the back of the pan and won't get an accurate reading. So yeah, we're going to let it down slowly. Possibly because jack's slow. They'll be like, oh, did you fast forward that? Nope.
The back lifts up.
Yeah.
Really scary.
Imagine if you had coilovers. That's slower. That's better. These low cars, I tell you what.
Alright, so now you've got to run the car a little bit just to let the oil filter through, and then that way you can get an more accurate read on the dipstick. Yeah. Alright, so now we're going to check the dipstick to see where the reading level is at, so we know how much oil to put in. Right, so we can't actually see it yet, so we'll clean that off, dip it in again, and we'll see whether we get any reading at all.
Alright guys, we've drained all the oil and put all new oil in and made sure there's no leaks. So now we're going to put the old oil into a container so we can use this drain pan to catch the coolant.
Alright, so now we're going to undo the bung on the bottom of the radiator, and that'll let the coolant liquid come out and drain into the drain pan. So here we go. That doesn't look good.
And if your coolant's not flowing out very fast, undo the top radiator cap. It's like magic. Good.
Alright, so now that we've drained the radiator fully of its liquid, we're going to put some more coolant back into the radiator so that way we don't overheat.
What type of coolant is it?
we're just using 60 plus general purpose coolant. It's just normal coolant. You can get anti-freeze or anti-boil, but we're just using just general purpose one.
And it prevents rust, and it's pre-mixed, so you just chuck it in, you don't need to add any water.
Is that too? Alright, here we go.
Alright guys, so your coolant overflow, we've got to put some in that as well. We've taken all of the old stuff out of this, and now we're going to put fresh coolant in it so that it has extra. That should do.
Alright guys, now leave your radiator cap off and start your car in neutral, and put the heater on to full. That way the coolant is going to be flowing through the heater core as well, and put the fan on just to make sure the heat is working. And that way you are cycling the whole coolant system through and making sure there's no bubbles in the coolant system, because if you have bubbles then your car could overheat and cause all sorts of issues with the cooling. So just make sure there's no bubbles. Now top up the coolant so it's full and warm the car up to operating temperature. Alright, so now the radiator is completely full. We're going to wait for it to get to temperature and make sure there's no bubbles in it by giving it a slight rev when it's up to temperature, and then we can put the radiator cap back on.
Alright, so this is the gasket for the rocker cover. We're going to be taking off the rocker cover, taking out the old one, if there is it left, and then putting this one back in and putting it all back together. And that's basically it. So now we're going to check the spark plugs. Pretty sure they should be all good because we only changed them 10,000 Ks ago, but may as well check. So here we go. Alright, so now we're going to fill up the washer fluid. Currently it's empty, so you can either just use water, or you can use water with concentrated washer fluid, or just plain washer fluid that's already mixed. Alright, just find your washer filler cap and you just go ahead and you're pouring your liquid in.
Don't spill on the pod.
While we were changing the valve cover gasket, we decided it would be the perfect time to give the cover a hint of paint. We decided to go with wrinkle black, and we'll do a full guide to painting things in a future episode. Now that the cover is all painted and dry, we can reinstall it. So guys, that's how you do a general service on your car. Now there is more things that you can do.
Yeah, you could do a major service, which has like water pump, timing belt, and extra things like that. But we just did a general service, so we did oil filter, coolant, spark plugs. We checked them, they were okay. We did some gaskets. We also checked out the brake fluid and clutch fluid. You can also do power steering fluid, flush the whole system of that, flush all your brakes if it's looking a bit gungy. But yeah, that's what we did today. There's heaps of other gaskets you could change on a car, so always keep an eye out on them if they're starting to leak. But we changed the ones that were leaking and it's all good now.
Alright, so yeah, that's been another episode of Racing Seat, guys. My name's David.
And I'm Rez.
See you next time.
See ya.
Breathe. The door is disturbing you.
There you go.
Alright.